The Ummah is growing. More and more people are accepting Islam in Japan. And today we're going to find out what's going on there.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang mana ni? Asyhadu alla ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hai, betul mas.
Wow.
Asyhadu alla ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah.
MashaAllah. I remember me saying my first Shahada. This was also very, very exciting. I said it and they were like, all the people around me, right? And then when I said it, like everyone came over, wanted to hug me and everything. Like, this was also a very, very important emotional moment when I said my Shahada. Like everyone was like lining up to hug me and stuff. It just shows like how welcoming Islam is and how beautiful it is, right? Like look at them, like the locals accepting Islam and stuff. Like, we need to do something about the dawah here in Germany. We need to like increase it. I feel like we used to like give out flyers and free Qurans and stuff, and unfortunately it's not happening as often as it used to be. Yeah. May Allah forgive us. Ameen. Allahu Akbar.
La ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasul Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
Allah ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh.
Ashhadu
So many shahadas, right?
La ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah.
Is this doing Ramadan?
Today, more and more people around the world are promoting an understanding of religion, especially Islam.
It's the
Although the
fastest
faith
growing
originated
religion.
in the Arabian Peninsula, it has spread to all corners of the world. All of the world's religions have moral foundations and beliefs that help shape society in a positive way. In fact, Islam has great potential to address social issues such as racism, inequality, and gender differences.
You know, it's like interesting, and this is something that is actually a proven fact. So if you look at like a lot of countries' laws, right? Don't steal or you're going to jail, don't do this, don't do that, right? Or if you like sometimes like insult someone, you get also a fine or something. At least it is like this here in Germany. I hope in your country it's like this too. That if someone like insults you or hurts you, they get a fine, right? Or going to jail. But I'm assuming it is like that, right? Unless you're living somewhere in the forest or something. But yeah, like if you look at like the modern days law in many countries, it's actually inspired by religion. So all those rules like don't hurt others, don't steal this and that, you have a punishment, right? Like this had its foundation like from religions back in the day, right? So all the modern laws, even though they are not always according to religion, because there are some also laws that are against the Sharia, for example, right? But a lot of those principles, they come from religion.
Shape society in a positive way. In fact, Islam has great potential to address social issues such as racism, inequality, and gender differences, among many other religions. People understand Islam better, and this makes it one of the fastest growing religions in the world. In fact, in an East Asian country like Japan, nearly 112,000 to 230,000 people have embraced Islam, making Japan one of the fastest growing Islamic countries in the world. Japan,
MashaAllah.
a country known for its technological advancements and rich history, is witnessing a remarkable trend that is bringing about positive changes in its cultural landscape.
Actually, Islam is the savior of Japan, and let me explain you guys why. Like, Japan really, really, really needs Islam, and I tell you now several reasons why. So, Japan has a huge social problem, something you guys will think this is out of this world. This is like something you can't even imagine. So Japan has a very, very low birth rate, and according to statistics there will be a decline of population. Some say will decline by even 10% of the original Japanese people. Some say it will be more than 10% of a decline within the next 10-20 years, right? And imagine, from the native people there will be 10% or something less in the future because they're not making children. There are a lot of people, they get older, they don't have children, or they only have one children, and some they have two children, but for health reasons or accidents, some of those they don't live anymore, right? So this is a very, very big issue, low birth rate, and that is connected with something I have seen on TV. I didn't believe it at first. I thought it was like a trolling, right? Like a joke on the TV, right? It was in the German news actually. Even in Japan, there are young adults that are having virtual boyfriends and girlfriends. A'udhu billah. They are using their phone, and there's like a AI kind of person, like an animation of their girlfriend or boyfriend, and they can speak with the app, and the app will respond and say something nice to them. This is crazy, subhanallah. A'udhu billah. This is insane. They are having virtual partners on their phone with an app. They are not being with anyone. They are not getting even married anymore. Like, even the marriage rate is getting lower and lower. People don't want to marry anymore, and Islam has the solution, because Islam has the nikah, right, where people are getting married, where the family structure is clear and everything, and it solves all the social issues that they're having right now. And if more actually Japanese people accept Islam and they form strong family ties, and they're actually looking for a legal halal spouse and not an app with some AI, then this will actually solve the issues Japan has. So I hope that the government is not actually doing some anti-Islam work there, because a lot of people are accepting Islam. I hope they're actually welcoming it, and may Allah guide the people in Japan. Ameen. But yeah, this is the solution. Islam will solve the social issues in Japan.
In recent years, Islam has experienced significant growth in Japan, with around 10 people converting to Islam every day.
MashaAllah.
Studies show that about 230,000 Muslims will call Japan their home by the end of 2020.
That's a good number.
Even now, the number of Muslims in Japan from the beginning of 2024 to the end of 2023 exceeds 250,000.
Can we get to 1 million?
The Japanese government is now thinking about building a mosque and a Muslim education center, which will be built to facilitate Muslims in Japan.
Just do it, it's good.
The rapid conversion of Japanese citizens to Islam is also due to the events that have befallen the Palestinian people in recent months. Some Japanese citizens have shown that...
This is something I said to one of my friends, that because of Palestine, like, a lot of people are now saying the Shahada, and you see this online quite a lot. A lot of like celebrities are even accepting Islam because of Palestine. Because you know what becomes like clear through this event in Palestine? That there are a lot of like immoral governments, right? And we as citizens, we become more and more rebellious to the matrix, right? We realize there's some sort of matrix, that money rules the world. There's like a lot of filth happening behind the screen, right? And because of this filth, and we see this more and more in injustice, and how also steadfast the Palestinian brothers and sisters are, may Allah help them. I mean, like, they are actually suffering, and they are still praying and still staying strong on the deen. Unlike us, if we have a small calamity in our life, we are losing a job, we're having some difficulties, maybe having some hardship, where maybe for a month we are not having any salary or not as much, right? What are we doing? Not all of us, there are some exceptions, but what are a lot of us doing? Falling off in Iman, and it's actually decreasing. And the Palestinians, they are struggling, and their Iman is actually even increasing from that. Allahu Akbar. So yeah, may Allah forgive us, Ameen, and help the brothers and sisters in Palestine, Ameen. But yeah, this actually wakes up the world right now a lot.
Some Japanese citizens have shown their sympathy and admiration for how the Palestinians, especially those in Gaza, have been able to persevere with their faith in the current painful situation.
Yeah, Islam is the answer.
Although Japan did not call Muslims good in the past, in recent years they have become more accepting of Islam in terms of religious or cultural understanding, which is much different from their previous religion. One of the main reasons for the growth of Islam in Japan is the increased access to information about the religion. With the advent of the internet, Japanese people can access a wealth of information about Islam, including its beliefs, practices, and history. In addition, there are many Islamic websites and social media pages in Japan that provide accurate and reliable information about the religion to the Japanese public.
So they did some translation
In addition
work
to
there.
online resources, there are also many books and publications about Islam available in Japan.
I wish we had more of this in Germany. Yeah, there's something that's lacking in the information sector of Germany when it comes to Islam. Like, I speak like nearly fluent English, right? Like maybe here like a little accent when I speak, right? But I think my vocabulary is at like 97% of all English words, maybe only 3% is missing or something, right? But I can like read everything and I will understand it. It's very, very seldom, maybe one word in 1,000 that I have to actually look up in a dictionary, but most I can read and understand, even though I still have like a bit of an accent when I speak. So for me, I can like educate myself very well in Islam because of my English skills, right? But when I look at like, for example, the Ummah in Germany, yeah, we have like some reliable sources. We have like a few Islam teachers online, right? But if you look at like the English-speaking sources for Islamic knowledge, it is way, way bigger than the German one right now, unfortunately. So I hope that more people also in Germany are translating some of the English information into German, right? So we can also get like more knowledge about Islam. But yeah, knowledge is the key in Islam, and you're getting a good deed if you actually study in Islam. Like, yeah, you get good deed if you give like money away, right? Like zakah, for example, volunteer alms, right? Like you give to poor people, you donate to a masjid. If you do voluntary prayers, if you do prayers, like there are like so many things you can do as a Muslim to get good deeds. But studying, if you guys didn't know, Islam and reading the Quran, this all gives you good deeds as well. So I always encourage Muslims, especially if you have like Iman slumps, right? Where you go like down with Iman, you have like those periods in your life maybe where you don't wake up for Fajr. Like even though you have those kind of issues, don't stop reading the Quran. Don't stop getting the knowledge, because the more knowledge and wisdom you get in Islam, the more information you study, the stronger your Iman will also get, because there's a connection between knowledge and Iman. If you know more, you understand more. If you understand more, you reflect more on certain things in life. Or if you see like social problems, you will think, wait a second, I'm a Muslim. What does the Quran say? What did our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ say to those social issues? And then you realize you're on the truth. And when you realize you're on the truth based on the knowledge you acquired about Islam, your Iman automatically goes up, because you just get the confirmation that you're on the right path. So that's why I always suggest brothers and sisters to study Islam at all times. Even if you only spend 10 minutes a day to read something, or if you only watch every second their lecture, do it. It's very beneficial.
These include translations of the Quran, as well as books on the life of the Prophet Muhammad and the history of Islam. This increased access to information has allowed Japanese people to learn more about Islam and has unraveled the mystery of the religion for many. Another reason why Islam has become popular in Japan is the sense of community it provides. Many new converts find that the Muslim community in Japan is very welcoming and supportive, providing a sense of belonging that they may not find elsewhere.
Yeah, we are one family.
Islamic centers and mosques provide spaces for Muslims to gather and worship, socialize, and support each other. The Muslim community in Japan is diverse, with members coming from different countries and backgrounds.
I want to say something. That's a wish for the Ummah. Where was this? Why am I not finding it now with the kids? There's a wish I have here. like what I want to see more in masjids, because I get those concerns often heard by parents, especially living here in the West, right? That they're worried about their children's upbringing. Like, sure, they teach them at home and stuff about Islam, about good manners, about haram and halal. But let's be honest, like the third parent is basically either social media, right? Through like phones and apps and stuff. And the fourth parent is the friends, basically. It's kind of like a child has like, or let's say surroundings, like friends, it can be more, it can also be teachers at school. But it's like a child these days has like four parents, right? It has the mother, the father, it has there's the social media, like the computer and phone, and it has the surroundings that includes friends, teachers, and maybe working colleagues later on, right? So what is very important is, and this will also help the iman, and it will help the children to grow up in a good Islamic way, like from an early stage of life, that they get other Muslim friends that are practicing. Because if you're in a group as an individual, and there's actually an Arabic saying for this, if a sheep leaves the group of sheep, it will get eaten by the wolf, right? And this is the same with Muslims. If we stick together and hang out with actual practicing Muslims, and we all form a group and we do activities together, like maybe playing football together, or maybe going hiking, going to the zoo or something, right? Like doing something that's like a fun activity, and we're doing this with the ummah. This actually helps not only for us to connect more socially with each other and make us happy, because we are social creatures, but it also helps the kids to find the right friends and not end up in a bad friend circle. That's very important. So I want to see this more often, that kids come together and do activities. This will help us also protect our brothers and sisters from falling off the deen.
Socialize and support each other. The Muslim community in Japan is diverse, with members coming from different countries and backgrounds. This diversity creates a rich cultural experience for those who convert to Islam. Muslims living in Japan come from a variety of backgrounds: nationality, ethnicity, culture, lifestyle, clothing, and so on. Some Muslims strictly follow customs and traditions, such as prayer and fasting, while others enjoy more freedom. Therefore, people who have never met or interacted with a Muslim may have misconceptions and stereotypes about them.
Don't judge a
To
religion
better
based on the
understand
people.
Islam and Muslims, it is necessary to interact with them personally. However, as they are still a minority community in Japan, such opportunities are rare in our daily lives.
Yeah.
While it is not easy to change the misconceptions and stereotypes about the Muslim community portrayed by the media, I hope that people can start by taking an interest in the community and visiting mosques that are open to the general public. It is estimated that the Muslim population will continue to grow in Europe and Japan, but the growth does not lie solely in the number of Muslim immigrants. In countries like the UK, half the population of the Muslim community was born and raised in those countries.
Wow.
Even in Japan, about half of the Muslim permanent residents have settled down and formed families,
Allahu Akbar.
suggesting that Japan will see an increase in second and third generation Muslims in the future.
That's good. MashaAllah.
These Muslims will be hybrid Muslims, who will be exposed to diverse cultural backgrounds. They will be the key people to help bridge the local community with the Muslim community. I hope that if we meet them in the near future, we can learn and work together harmoniously. It should be noted that the growth of Islam in Japan is not limited to Japanese converts. Many foreign workers, students, and immigrants have also embraced Islam in Japan.
Oh yeah.
These people have created a vibrant Muslim community in the country, with Islamic centers and mosques serving as hubs for religious and social activities. In conclusion, the growth of Islam in Japan is the result of a combination of factors, including increased access to information, spiritual appeal, a sense of community, the influence of Muslim countries and cultures, international migration, and women's empowerment. The presence of a diverse Muslim community in Japan is a positive development that contributes to the country's rich and diverse culture and provides opportunities for greater understanding and dialogue between Japan and the Muslim world.
Wow. MashaAllah.
Well, Islamic circles, viewers, until our encounter this time, I hope you all inspire. See you in the next video. Thank you.
Wow. That is actually very incredible that the Islam is growing so fast. But yeah, like I said earlier, Islam is the fastest growing religion, and if you look at like today's problems also with like society and stuff, like Islam has all the answers to the problems that we are having today, even the problems that Japan is right now facing, with a low birth rate, with depression, the suicide rate, right? Like in Japan, for example, the working ethnics, right, they're like a bit too extreme, right? Like people, they are working not like 8 hours but like 10, 12 or more hours, and they come home and they are like not happy. They wake up in the morning, they ask themselves, what am I waking up for? What's my meaning of life? Do I every day have the same day? I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I only have 3-4 hours left, and I must sleep again because I must work again. And it's like a never-ending cycle, and people get depressed. They want to drink suddenly, to drink the pain away and just forget. They take pills, this and that. They seek up psychologists. Like there are a lot of social issues I've heard about that are in Japan, because like work is there really hard. They have like social problems that they don't even find partners anymore. They're using freaking AI and apps to say, oh, I have a digital app girlfriend or boyfriend. I talk with some AI here or something, right? Like this is actually insane, right? When you think about it, like they should like form families. They should sometimes also like not just work, but they should also find time to like worship and think about why they are on this planet. What's the meaning of life, right? Like it's actually so important to also sometimes, like if you're working, it's of course you have to work, you need to provide for your family, but if you actually pray during work, you will work better and you will feel better, trust me. If you're going to work and you're like under stress, but you know, oh, in 20 minutes there is, for example, the Asr prayer, right? So doing this Asr prayer, you will recharge energy and you will come back to your office and you will feel better than someone that doesn't pray, for example, right? Because you connect with your creator and you get more motivation to keep on going even in your job. So yeah, I think Islam is the best answer for Japan, for anything from Japanese businesses to family structure, social issues. People that are introverts have now one family, they can join communities. It solves a lot of problems, and it gets also people away from bad habits, what is also very good, what will make them more happy and more pure, right? But yeah, this is very, very good. I'm very actually impressed like that more and more people are accepting Islam in Japan. It is so, wow, breathtaking. Allahu Akbar. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And if you guys are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. I will see you guys next time, inshallah.